Hello, everybody. Oh, welcome to the live. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday if you're friends from the future. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Ava. Is it Eva? Ava? What an intro. Thank you. I love the intro too. And here we have the enchanted tree. Hello, Peter Brook. Who else is here? Welcome. Happy day. Hi, Melinda. Good to see you. Feeling better, I hope. Welcome, welcome. If it's your first time with me, say hello. Tell us where you're from. Oh, I'm so glad, Melinda. I have definitely been keeping you and your recovery in my heart. Hello, Renee from Ohio. Welcome to you. Glad to have you with us today. I hope you have a great experience today. Readings from the heart. Anybody else new? That is a cool spelling of Renee, by the way. R-E-N-A-E. Like it. How's everybody's day? I know some of you in the future are just waking up. Hello, Rev J. Rev J and the gang in the house. How's my dear friend Jay? Did you make it through your classes last week? Anika, good to see you, my dear. Lovely, lovely, lovely to see you as always. You're going to be driving. Okay, no problem. Please be safe. In the house, I am fully certified and done. Is this the last set of classes, Jay? Renee is having a chest and sinus cold, had to call off of work. I am sorry to hear that, but I'm also happy you get to spend some time doing self-care. Yay, Rev J is fully certified to be herself. Yay. She's certified to do what she wants to do. It's cool. She's been studying hypnosis and what else? Can't remember what else. Well, if it is your first time with me, like Renee, welcome. My name is Greg Phillips. I am an energy healer, a channel, and a spiritual guide for seekers and sensitives who are on the path to the heart. What we do here today at Readings from the Heart, the last Wednesday live I'm doing for the foreseeable future. Yes, indeed, my friends, I will not be live on Wednesdays on IT anymore. This actual event is moving off of Insight Timer. It's going to be same time, same day, but it's going to be called Heart Wisdom Wednesdays, and you have to go to my teacher link to get hooked up for that. Anyways, what we do here on Readings from the Heart, everybody at my readings lives has a chance to get a reading thanks to our dear friend Rev J, because she told me about what we call the Wheel of Good Guidance, otherwise known as Wheel of Names. Anyways, we put everybody's name into a wheel, so everybody gets a chance at a reading, and then the universe picks who gets the reading. And then I do channeled messages for that person. Scroll up for your certs. Yes, Jessica, you can be added. Where's your certs? What did you do? I didn't see them. Scroll up for your certs. Yeah, I don't see him, Jay. Sorry. Put me in, coach. I'm going to start the list right off the bat because Jessica's really excited to get on the list. You're kicking us off. All right, who else? Jessica, DM. I don't see them either, Jay. Were they links? They might have been removed by the bot. There they are. Clinical, transpersonal, and complementary medical hypnotherapy. Whoa, good morning, Joanne. Good to see you. Peter Brook on the list. Renee. Yeah, that's awesome, Jay. Hey, Yvonne, your C's missing. Melinda. Hey, Jessica. Here I am, ready to go. I love that. Good to see you, Yvonne. You are so polite, Eva. I cannot resist adding you. I mean, I'm going to add everybody, but I appreciate your being so sweet about that. Yes, Joanne on the list. I knew you were going to say that even before I read it. Isn't that funny? Rhonda. Hello, dear friend Rhonda. Very, very cool. I missed you, Jay. I'm glad you are done with all that. It must feel like such a relief and at the same time an amazing satisfaction. We are connected, Joanne. Very, very connected. I always feel like there's so much we could talk about, but this is always never the best place to do that. Wonderful. How's the music volume? Can everybody hear it okay? And it's not... I'm still sort of tweaking the tech associated with this, but let me know that the music volume is not too loud or not over drowning my voice. You love the music, Rhonda. Excellent. I'm glad. This is a particular fun track called Sunray, Wind Chimes Meditation, Solar Plexus Chakra. I was really drawn to it today. Rev J, I'm done and getting set up indeed. A lot of self-growth and helping others reach their goals and potentials with the lead of their minds. Yes, very cool. Joanne said, yes, I was reading a book yesterday and so wanted to share some insights in it. Oh, that would be so cool. I don't quite, I mean, actually, you could do that on the Patreon. I think, in the community chat. I'm not sure. I have to look into that. Thank you, Melinda. I love this background so much. This is my absolute power of their minds. I see. Gotta love that autocorrect when you're typing. Patty's here. Woo! Good to see you again, Patty. Patty and I had a lovely hour earlier today. Joanne, there is a community chat section on the Patreon. I think it's open for the free members. Unfortunately, Patreon doesn't have a way for anyone other than me make postings, which is why it is a temporary solution for me. I want to, you know what? I might just, this would work. I could start a Discord for all of us. I know some of you may not know what Discord is. Discord is actually a wonderful social networking / voice chat software. And you can post pictures and you can post anything. I could create categories. I'll look into that. I really want to have a space where all of you can share. It's not doable on IT. You've noticed anyone who's in our lovely little group Circle of Love, I haven't been posting as much because I feel like it's very one-sided. It doesn't give you guys can post there, but you can't, none of us can post anything from outside. So if you just read a book or if you read an article or if you're watching a YouTube video and you want to share it with community, you can't do that in Insight Timer. And so I'm really wanting a solution for that. And I actually, Joanne, I've known about Discord. I've been on it for years. I might actually be able to accomplish that goal with Discord because it has everything. It has voice rooms, it has text chat rooms, you can share pictures, you can share links. That could be really, really cool. All right. Thanks, Joanne. You have inspired a new idea. Hi, Anga. Yeah, it would be really, really awesome. I would have to make it accessible only through the Patreon, which, by the way, anyone who signed up for my newsletter, I don't know if you got my message from yesterday. I'm shutting it down. It's too much extra stuff for me, and it has no community features. And it's just not, I'm just going to do everything through Patreon. So if you are wanting to stay informed and connect with others from the community through me, go to my teacher's link and join the Patreon. You can join for free or you can become a subscriber. It doesn't matter. Either way is wonderful. But that's where I'm going to be starting to do all the community stuff. And then Joanne's new inspiration for me, I will add an additional piece. You won't be on Patreon. Okay. It's free too. I have a free membership part. PETA, you wouldn't be left behind, dear. Anyways, someday I will have something. You have inspired me. Anywho, now I'm all distracted by all different thoughts. Wonderful. Let's see who else wants to get on the list. I have Jessica, DM, PETA, Renee, Yvonne, Melinda, Eva, Joanne, and Rhonda. Oh, PETA, we can talk offline on that. That sounds horrible. That wasn't through mine. Oh gosh, that sounds like a horrible experience. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope that wasn't through mine. Gila Rosa, what a beautiful name. I've never seen that. I have a friend named Gila, but I've never seen the Rosa after it. I'm sorry, PETA. I didn't even get notices about that. That sounds horrible. Someday, my friends, someday I'm going to have a community site or something or a group or area that is just, I can be in charge of it and we don't have third parties and all that. So someday. Today is Lionsgate Portal for you. Yes, you, my friends in the future, are already in the Lionsgate Portal. Us here in the US and Europe have not moved into it yet. PETA, I'm going to look into that. Send me, forward me whatever emails you got about that. I'm curious what happened. I don't want my friends to be getting beat up by a website. Yes, tomorrow, Lionsgate. You know what? I haven't even researched about Lionsgate. That's so cool. Some of you are in the Lionsgate. I mean, technically, we're probably all in the Lionsgate. We're just sort of in the pre-time. I don't know anything about it, but I'm looking forward to it. I haven't finished watching that video about it. That's your address, 888. 888 at 808. Oh, is that at 8:08 a.m. or 8:08 p.m.? You might have to get up in time for that. Yay, Lions! Yep, 8 is infinity symbols. It's the year of the 8 because it's 2024. Very cool. That's okay. All right. Jessica, DM, PETA, Renee, Yvonne, Melinda, Eva, Joanne, Rhonda, Gila Rosa. Who else? 8 in angel numerology is about abundance. 8 is also the number of prosperity from Chinese culture, as far as I know. All right, nobody else on the list? We're gonna spin. Oh, wait, let's get centered first. Let's get centered. Good morning, Hannah. Welcome to your Lionsgate. Infinity symbol sideways. Yes, wonderful. All right, my friends, let's close our eyes. Place your left hand on your beautiful heart chakra and gently lay your right hand over it. Just take a few deep, gentle breaths while you settle in. If you're driving, please keep your eyes open. You can take those deep breaths while you're driving, Anika. Just listen to the sounds that are occurring around you. Some may seem chaotic, and others, like the background music, may seem even lyrical. But they all get received by the ears and taken in through the brain and brought into our very system. And so, with careful listening, pick one of those sounds, my friends. Isolate that sound with your mind's ear. And allow that sound to travel right into you, all the way down to your heart. Imagine that that sound is actually originating and playing from within your very heart. And as you listen to that sound and feel it in your heart space, allow as much room as you can. Just create a spaciousness there in your heart. I'm hearing the Koshi chimes from the background music singing in my heart. Spirit, we ask that you fill our hearts with your divine love, open our minds to your divine wisdom, and bolster our strength with your divine strength. For those on the list or not on the list, for all those who are seeking guidance today from our time together, create that space in your heart to allow your question or topic to form with the utmost clarity that you can muster. If you find yourself in the position where you know you want a reading, but you don't exactly know about what, give yourself extra time. Your heart knows. If there are multiple things you're considering, ask your heart very quietly and very simply, which one of these things is most important for my highest good right now? And don't try to steer it or control it, but allow your heart to speak to you of what is most important. Allow it to help you form a clear and intentional question. And no matter how awkward or scary or nervous it might be to focus on that question, trust that you will receive an answer, whether it's in today's live or when you put the head on the pillow to go to sleep tonight, or as you're going through your morning tomorrow. Just trust that the answer will present itself. And let's see who the wheel picks first. Hello, Jerry. Good to have you today. Nice to see you. Jessica is the first winner on the Wheel of Good Guidance. Congratulations, Jess. Woohoo! Yay, Jessica. Yay! Looking for thoughts on how to sort out how to proceed with my career. Rev J, I have shared the wheel with several other people, and they are eternally grateful. Ah, Jessica was so ready. Your energy, I can feel your intention in this, Jessica, and I love this for you. This is a great example of exactly what I've been encouraging. So thank you and I honor you. Looking for thoughts on how to sort out how to proceed with my career. Looking for thoughts. Oh, interesting. There's no test. You are only practicing your own intuition and clarity. Are you looking for thoughts? Oh, I don't know if I have any thoughts for you, but I have feelings. Let's see what we have. Dear guides and counsel, please help me to receive a message from Jessica that I may be to her in the highest and best. Amen. From Your career, Jessica, is just one of the many choices that we face throughout our lives. And this particular area of life can often be fraught with what we would call energetic weightiness. And this is because, well, there's many reasons. Regardless of the influence or the origination of where these different influences or ideas or beliefs came from, it is because of the way in which we think about career and how serious our minds get about it that causes and or influences this weightiness. So what do we mean by this weightiness? The most important thing to realize when making a decision about career or life path is that the actual end result is all about your feelings and what you're wanting to feel. And as I like to usually encourage folks to do, as was taught to me many years ago, you're wanting to get really clear about how you want to feel, the exact feelings that you wish to receive when the said career or life path or purpose is achieved. Although there is no achieving, it's a journey, it's an unfolding that constantly shifts and changes as you grow and as you unfold personally. I think the guides are really gently and a little bit humorously encouraging you to not be so serious about it. The suggestions of getting clear about how you want to feel is super important. So let's say, for example, Jess, that you have a number of options or considerations that you are weighing in your mind regarding career. That's what you're saying. My main goal is always the balance and happiness rather than title or money is always most. Yes, exactly. So let's say, for example, that you have a number of options that you are attempting to sort through. And I think that you would even use the word sort. So the encouragement is always to first, before sorting through and considering the options, first get clear about all the different feelings that you might want to feel. Because the reality is whenever we want anything in life, okay, Yvonne, do take care. I will, dear. Thank you. When there's anything that we want in life, it's always because the way we think it will make us feel when we get it. That is, excuse my language, bass backwards. Because that is looking for the feelings from an external event, situation, scenario, or circumstance. Our reality is that we have the ability to feel those feelings right now, but we must get clear on them first. So, for example, one of the things that I have been consistently using for years now is that I want to feel fulfilled, have fun. I want to feel fun. I want to feel freedom, flexibility, and I've recently added financial fluidity, meaning that the job or the career supports me financially, right? The most important of those have been, for me, has been fulfilled, fun, and freedom. So having that degree of clarity allows us a measuring stick that we can use as you sift and sort through the evaluation of this, because whether it's career X or career Y or job Z or job A or B or C, it almost doesn't really matter except for how we want to feel for that. So when we focus on the feelings, we give ourselves a spaciousness so that the details don't matter as much, as long as we're checking in with our heart and asking, how does this job description or did this interview result in something that feels like I'm going to feel fulfilled here, or I'm going to feel fun, or whatever those things that you put on your list are. Maybe you want different ones. Maybe you want belonging. Maybe you want deep satisfaction. Maybe you want to feel challenged, or just be really clear about what you would want to put on that list. And try to be as specific with the emotions as you can. So that would be the first place of where I would start. I would sort through the emotions that you're wanting first, and then I would use that as your measuring stick for evaluating your different options. Now, I also sense that there's something more going on for you. I feel like there's an extra piece of information you can share on this, I think, that is going to be helpful. So where are you at so far with this, Jessica? How's it feeling? What's resonating? What's not? Do you have any clarification need? There's something missing. I could feel something missing. I'm struggling with having something really flexible, but with unsteady footing in terms of where I am currently, but I love it. Trying to figure out if I stick it out as long as I can. I see. Okay, so I think that was the missing piece. Let me just feel into that. Hey, Carrie, good to see you. Nice to have you here. Or find something that seems more steady but could have less flexibility. Okay, so Jess, there's a lot of thought going on there. Other than the I love it. I see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, so super, super important, my friend. Let me just see again. What do you mean by unsteady footing? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so, Okay. Spirit is really calling you to establish that sense of steadiness and security in yourself, to make that deep spiritual connection that you are safe, you are secure, and that you are deeply loved. And doing that through the feeling, because right now what's going on, Jess, is you're seeing the layoffs, you're seeing the what is, and you're allowing that to throw you off balance, to throw you off center. Okay? Because you create your own reality. Yes, the company could lay you off, or they couldn't, but you create your own reality. If you can choose to feel steady and stable, even in what you are calling an unsteady or an unsure footing in that environment, right? You don't need the environment to become sure footing for you to feel a sense of sure footing yourself. Does that make sense? Yes. So I get it. I get what you're going through. It's, you love what you're doing. Sounds like things recently changed or have been developing in a way where others are getting laid off. But understand, that was their happening. Those people getting laid off, that happened for their highest and best. What's highest and best for you, we don't know yet. So that's why it's so important to establish that internal groundedness, that internal, come back to your center, whatever it is you do in terms of practices or self-care or anything, to just bring you back to center. And I would say stay grounded in that you love this job, but don't be so specific about this job needing to be the solution or going elsewhere needing to be the solution. Continue to ask Spirit to reveal the solution to you based on how you want to feel with it. You love what you're doing. You want flexibility. You want freedom, and you want to feel secure. Just keep focusing on those. Find them inside. Feel them inside. Think about, find little instances of the current job where you have flexibility, where you are feeling assured, so to speak, right? Maybe within, you love what you're doing, so maybe there's certain tasks or whatever that make you feel or that help you connect with that feeling, right? So use the good things in the moment. Use your spiritual connection, rely on that, right? And then don't worry what will happen with the company. Because, for example, we don't know whether or not you getting laid off would lead to something better. It usually does, especially if you're clear about how you want to feel and what you're wanting to experience, right? So to sit and worry about how that will unfold while you're in the current job is really planning for disaster. That's pre-paving the bad stuff happening in your mind. And I know you don't want to do that. None of us really want to do that. It's just a habit as humans to begin doing that. There was a great daily quote on the app just recently, I think, maybe in the last week or two, that was about, I can't remember it. I think it was about worrying. It's like worrying is planning for the worst to happen. Nobody wants to plan for the worst to happen, right? Being in love and appreciation, even gratitude, which I feel for me personally, not for me, but according to Abraham and myself, is a lower vibe than appreciation, love, and joy, right? But planning for the best. I'm not saying hoping. I'm just saying focusing on the best possible outcome from a feelings perspective is, per what Jay's saying there, productive. But the worry is counterproductive, because what you're doing is you're telling all your cells and you're telling all your universe, all of spirit, all of your guides, what you're concerned with instead of what you're really wanting. Yeah, I love that. Thanks, Jay. It's getting into the wreckage of the future. It's counterproductive. It's country productive. She meant counter. Patty, my brother was laid off to 2 jobs at a time when he was also getting your mother into the rest home, a ton of work at the worst time. However, his third got him a ton more money because of those 2 failed jobs, always increased the salary. We could not have seen that coming. Yeah. So, Jess, are you tracking with this? I know there's a lot to it, and there's okay, good. I know it's feeling for me, I'm feeling just a smidge scattered with it, but I feel like the right information came through. Let me see if there's anything else. They're smiling at you. They're beaming at you, Jess. They're saying you really don't realize in this very moment at 2:36 p.m. Mountain Time on the 7th of August, 2024, you don't realize in this very specific moment how wonderful everything really is going for you right now. So they're smiling at you because they see the beauty of what's unfolding right in this very minute for you. They see how much you love the job. But it's not the job that you love, it's that you are feeling and funneling and channeling love while you do this job. You could have just as much enjoyment, satisfaction, fulfillment, feeling of love in many other jobs. It's not just this one. Don't resist. Allow the heart to lead you on this, my dear. Allow the heart to lead you, because if you're gonna work it out just through your mind, it's only gonna see limited solutions. It's only gonna see either ors. It's only gonna see just a few possible solutions. It's not even gonna know. It has no way to know all the amazing things that the universe is currently in this very moment orchestrating for your highest and best benefit on your behalf. The mind has no capacity to perceive that, but the heart does when you stay connected spiritually and when you are listening to the intuition and the emotions. So I would stay as deeply connected to that as you can. Just stay in the fact that you love the job. Forget about the rest of the details. I know it's hard. Easier said than done. Yeah, love that. I'm very lucky. I always have to have a plan A, B, and C, and I'm trying not to have to control everything. Therein lies your answer, my dear. It's funny when you talk about plans. I used to try to live my life by what my creative coach says, the well-planned life. I hate that personally. So I'm not big on making plans. I like having ideas. The thing is when we make a plan to produce a specific outcome, it's no longer about the enjoyment of the plan. Sometimes it's fun to have a plan. Sometimes it's rich. It's fun to put a plan in motion regardless of the outcome. But when we make it all about the outcome, when we make it all about the results, then instead of actually allowing the plan to unfold and allowing our heart to guide us along the way, allowing inspiration and intuition to influence the lefts and the rights and the different twists in the path of the plan, right? We end up locked in on one specific result. And what you're doing then is eliminating all the other possibilities. And do you really want to do that? Do you really want to tell the universe, I only want this one way? When all the other possible options, the myriad other options, could actually knock your socks off. Whereas the one specific outcome that the mind is only capable of seeing, or the few specific outcomes, there might be several key components to your happiness missing because the mind locks in on that one thing. Hello, Gary. Good to see you. All right, Jess, are you complete for now, my dear? That was a really good question. I have to take Yvonne off the list. Yes, wonderful. I appreciate you too. Would anyone else like to get on the list before I spin again? Thanks for kicking us off, Jessica. I could really feel how you locked your energy in to that question. Very, very intentional. All right, I'm going to spin. Oh. Roshan, right? Roshan? How do I know I struggled with it before. It's good to see you again. Please clarify your name again for me. I think it's Roshan, right? All right, my friends, we're spinning the wheel. Oh, Carrie, I gotta add you. Our next winner is DM. DM, are you still here? Yay, DM. Roisin. Okay, I swear I'm gonna get it right. Roisin. Thank you. Thank you so much. Roisin. Oh, I love that. Thanks for spelling it phonetically. I appreciate it. When I was younger, my dad used to call my friends by the complete wrong name. We're not even doing mispronunciations here. He was just in a completely other realm, calling Mike Bob or whatever. And so ever since then, I was so embarrassed that I decided it's important to me to get named right. So I appreciate your help with that. DM, are you still here, our friend? Somebody DM and tell him that. Isn't that funny that my dad would get my friends' names wrong? It's hilarious. It's so funny. I never understood how somebody could be so off base to completely get somebody's name wrong. DM, did we lose you? I think we lost DM. Overwhelm? What's overwhelm, Peter? Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Well, I do like raisins, but I would at least attempt. Too much info in the head. You know, I never asked my dad why he got them wrong. But that's interesting. All right, we're going to spin again. If all of you would remember DM on overload. Ooh, don't tell Gary that. Ava! Oh. Next contestant. I did put Carrie on, thank you. Ava, you're up! Woohoo! Is it Eva or Ava? Like, or Av? Yeah. Eva. Wonderful. Oh, your dad did that too, Hannah? Got names wrong? I answered to names like Sarah and Emily because that's funny. All right, my dear Ava. How can I be of assistance today? What guidance do you seek? What should I do to reach the total harmony, healed state? Eva, like with an I. Okay. Eva, lovely. What should I do to reach the total harmony, healed state? Well, even before asking the guides, I can tell you that is all about perspective. When you see yourself as broken, the body responds. Yes, it's hard. I get it. But spiritually, in terms of your soul, it's indestructible. So the very life force that runs through you is 100%. It is in 100% health state, or whatever you want to call it. Ah, I see. So Eva says, I see myself healed, but body doesn't follow it somehow. Do you feel yourself healed? So this is an interesting thing. There's been a lot of traditions over time that have taught us the importance of visualization. The visualizing part isn't what's important. It's the feeling part. Because when you do a visualization and you resonate with it on a feeling level, that is the sign that you are lining up your energy with source. That is the sign that you are lining up your energy with the way spirit sees it. So if you sit and just do visualizations and you do not feel emotionally or energetically different, while they may have some benefit, you're not reaching that full alignment. And since the cells of the body listen to our thoughts, my guess is that there's an underlying belief, maybe something you haven't unearthed yet, Eva. So let me check in. This seems like the right time to check in now. Receiving. Eva, spirit and guides are holding you so closely, and they are continually holding the flames, so to speak, carrying the torch energetically for your highest and best. And included in that is a wholesome state of health. This is pure well-beingness. Consider them like a lighthouse, a guiding light for truly and fully connecting with that state of well-being. And when they talk about well-being, Eva, they're conveying a state of being that goes beyond physical health. They're conveying a state of being that goes beyond mental clarity. They're saying that this time period that you're going through, while they acknowledge that it can be frustrating, discouraging, and challenging, they want you to, it's not so much want. They're holding the torch for you as a signpost or a guiding light. And they encourage you to drop the focus on your body. They're saying that this transition, this shift that you're going through on your journey right now isn't about your body. And that it is truly about you deepening your connection to spirit, you broadening your awareness of the presence of spirit in all things, including yourself, of you embracing and allowing every single moment of every single day to unfold exactly as it is unfolding without the mental insistence or need to change it. And this encouragement is deeper than just acceptance, because we can reach acceptance and still have a bit of resignation about it. Oh, okay, I accept. But the word embrace and the word allowing have they include the concept of acceptance, but they have a very different feel. They incorporate the notion and importance of the search for being fully present to what is. And in order to do that, you must also let go of what was. You can bow to it, you can honor it, you can thank it if you wish, but you must let go of what was. Perhaps there was an event or a circumstance or a scenario which was the origin or the catalyst for the body's current scenario, but you must let that go. And then the other piece in this, Eva, is as you let go of the past and you are present in the moment, taking whatever actions you can in the moment, you also have the opportunity to celebrate the future, to plan for the party. They're reminding all of us that the reason we actually chose to come into this lifetime, and we did choose it, we chose when we were non-corporeal and considering what we wanted to do next, we chose to come to Earth. We chose to come to this planet. We chose to come to this body, into the family that we chose to come into. We chose. We didn't choose from any other place except the expectation of enjoyment. We knew that coming to the planet, coming to this lifetime, we would bump up against all sorts of different people, places, and things, scenarios, situations, and that we would have the opportunity to discover and rediscover and expand our awareness of who we really are. That's the only reason we came here, was to enjoy the experience. And by enjoy, I don't mean happy, good, la la, happy, joyous, always love and petals and flowers. No, I mean embrace it, be part of it, be present with it, like be with life. It's only when we resist life itself, when we resist spirit, when we try to cut ourselves off and do it all ourselves, when we try to let the mind figure everything out, when the heart and the connection to spirit are the answer. It is only when we do all those things that we are, as Rev J had said, being counterproductive, that we are creating our own suffering. And so within this moment, Eva, can you find, how do I say this? Can you find a way in your heart to be okay with whatever is? I get it. The body is hurting, or maybe it's struggling. Maybe it's not performing as optimally as you want. I don't know the specifics. I don't need to know the specifics. But you can't get to where you want to be by fighting and resisting where you are. It is hard. It is hard, but it's not impossible. It's hard for the mind, Eva. And remember, the guides, your guides, mine and your guides, and all of spirit are holding that torch for you. They can only see things one way. They see, and even don't even think about it as healed, because what is the word healed? Think about the energies, the topics, the stories that even the word healed incorporates, right? Healed implies a previous state of unwellness. It implies a going from a not well to a well. Well, that's the mind. The reality is that your very spirit is well. That is our birthright. And we don't know. Sometimes our challenges are presented to us because when we came into this lifetime, we were looking at it and we were saying, I've never had a lifetime where I've been physically challenged by my own body. I want to experience what that's like so that I can evolve, so that I can grow, so that I can discover more of who I am. And how is that to unfold? We don't know, but it is calling you to tap into resources beyond your body, beyond your mind, beyond it's almost like you're over-identifying with the state of your body. Is your happiness dependent on how your body feels? If you are a person, and I'm not just saying to you, Eva, if you are a person who says, yes, I can't be happy if I don't physically feel well, then you're a victim to the scenarios of your life. And I get it. I woke up really grumpy this morning. I was not feeling good. I could have made a decision that the rest of the day would be lousy because I woke up not feeling good. But I went about my morning. I did what I knew was helpful for me, what I like to do in terms of my morning routine. And by the time I was done meditating and had taken a really good hour-long nap, I felt centered and grounded and connected again. And I knew the rest of the day would be okay. We have the opportunity to shift our perspective at any given moment. We have the opportunity to decide how we want to feel, change how we feel in any given moment. Nothing is written in stone, my friends. And when we over-identify with this body, with this mind, the limited mind and the limited three-dimensional body, when we over-identify with that and with everything else going on around us, what we're doing is we're keeping ourselves stuck and separate from spirit. And I get that that's hard to do, to make that shift. But who we really are isn't the body. How do we know this? How can I say that with confidence? Because when we die, the body doesn't go with us. The body goes in the ground. It returns to dust. This is just dust. This is just dust that our very soul gathered together and formed in order to walk through this three-dimensional experience of Earth in order to remember where we came from and who we really are. Yeah. Carrie says, I think of this body like clothes we just wear. It's a vessel. It's a vessel for our soul. And the heart is the seat of the soul. We are rust and stardust. Thanks, Aisha. Ava, how's that all feeling? It's feeling hard. Yeah. Yeah, the old meat body, the meat suit, Suleiman. You are living. You're here with us, Eva. You are alive. Joanne, I was wondering if your ears were tingling. Joanne says, oh man, this is so talking to me, but I do look at it as it has opened so many doors for me. Mine has jumped in lately with I can't, however. Yeah. Ava, it's just your mind telling you that you can't go. I'm not saying go. If you actually have a physical limitation, if your health is preventing you from something, that's very real in the moment. I'm not saying push through that. I'm not saying ignore it. I'm not saying overlook it. I'm saying embrace it. There is, as one of my IT teacher friends have said over the years, life is not happening to us. It's happening for us. So there is something about this health experience, Ava, that is for you. But it feels like to me that your mind right now, your perspective is that this is happening to me. It's causing problems. It's cutting me off. It's preventing. You don't know what will unfold from this, my dear. You could become incredibly wise about a particular health perspective that then when you have found your center and your balance again health-wise, when you have returned to the state of well-being, you can then share and gift with others. Even before you return to 100% sense of well-being, you may be able to be of service to others. You just don't know what this moment's experience is meant for. And so you have a choice in any given moment to choose from the perspective of love, which sees your inner wellness, or to fight it. I mean, I know you hear about, the fight for cancer and the fight against this and the fight doesn't accomplish anything. What are you fighting? We don't want to fight these things. I'll give you an example. There's somebody in my family who, regardless of the reasons, feels a lot of pressure to get things done, has projects, has things that have actual physical timelines, and they will push themselves so hard that their body breaks. And then what happens is they have to slow down. And it's very discouraging for them because they can't complete what they're wanting. And yet here in this very moment, due to thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors, the body has manifested something that has forced them to slow down. Could perhaps this situation be different had they recognized the need to either build in some more balance or slow down before the body breaks? Now that's their path. We don't know what's right or what's wrong for them. But I just use that as an example because you can go until the body breaks, or you can learn and listen. And then even then, once the body hurts or breaks, we still need to listen. We can't push past our limits. We can plan we can hope, not plan or hope, what's better? We can envision a day, feeling-wise, when we have expanded limits. Yeah. Ava says, thanks, Craig. I'm grateful for your help and your love. Thanks to Rhonda, Joanne. I'm on this road of healing. Yeah, it's just long and hard. Well, that's your mind. That's your mind, dear. You're letting your mind run the show. I know you know it. Yeah. Well, and therein lies, you have your own answer, my friend. It's just hard for me to do it with patience and acceptance. Let's reframe that, Eva. You've been telling yourself it's hard because you haven't been accepting. You're not in the flow of this experience. You're resisting it. You're fighting it. Rephrase this for yourself. Reframe this for your mind, right? Patience is only necessary when we are wanting to be somewhere other than where we are. Look at that. My arm even reached off the screen. That's how far away it is. When we are in the moment, and this is not going to be 100% all the time. This isn't always going to be, we're human. We're not going to be perfect about this stuff. I'm not. Nobody is. But when we're in the moment, when we are embracing, when we are allowing, when we are incorporating loving allowance for all things to be in their own time and place, starting with ourselves, that is really the phrase that is the key message for you today, Eva. And I haven't said that full sentence in months. This was something that I was taught by my very first guide. Loving allowance for all things to be in their own time and place, starting with ourselves. What does that mean? Well, the loving part is super important. That's inviting us to bring in the perspective of love, not the perspective of pain, not the perspective of struggle, not the perspective of what we want, not the perspective of resist, the perspective of love. And to do that, you simply ask yourself, how would love see this? And I'm not talking romantic love. I'm not talking oogie gooey, whatever, flimsy, throw flowers around love. I am talking about spirit. I am talking about the pure essence of love, the field of love. How would love see it? How would spirit see this? Because spirit only sees things of the entirety of our lives through love. So we're really asking, how would spirit see this? The allowing, it's sort of part and parcel of acceptance, but it's really bigger than that. It's creating a spaciousness. It's creating, you're surrendering, you're letting it be. And then when it's allowing all things to be in their own time and place, the to be part is so important. That's talking about being present in the moment, right? And then all things to be in their own time and place, starting with ourselves. That is asking us to have faith and to trust. Okay, and then the really cool part is the all things. The all things means not just the difficult things, but even the joyful and celebratory things. The guides feel so positive about you, Eva. They're just inviting you to feel positive about you too, irregardless of circumstances. And I can speak from that with confidence. When I lost everything in 2008 and 2009, sleeping in my car, house hopping from friend to friend, barely a dime to scrape together, relying on free food from the cafe, the coffee shop that I would work on my laptop at, whatever leftovers they had at closing, they gave me. For months, that was all I ate. Bagels, super sugary muffins. Eventually, I realized they had tuna salad dishes and actual salads and sandwiches, but I remember the first night that I had no money. And I was scared shitless. Excuse my swearing, but I'm emphasizing. I was so scared to walk up to the barista and ask if any of the bagels, what they did with the bagels at the end of the day when they closed. But I knew that if I did not speak up in that moment and ask for what I needed, I would have no food that night for dinner and no food for breakfast, and I wouldn't even know what would happen the next day. And I spent 20 years in a food addiction program. So this was major for me. This wasn't a small thing. And I walked up to the barista and I said, I've got a weird question. What happens to the bagels at the end of the shift, at the end when you close up? And he said, we usually throw them out. And I said, oh, that's a shame. Look, I don't know where my next meal's coming from. Could I maybe have a few? And he was like, sure. And I knew I could eat bagels because I'd had them before. Fast forward another month and they had no bagels. And I had been eating their food for dinner and breakfast for a month. And they had no bagels. And I panicked. But they had blueberry muffins and they had those really thick granulated sugar crystals on them. And I hadn't had one of those in probably a dozen years. And the guy had packed them up for me already because by then we'd had sort of like a little rhythm. And he said, this is all I've got. Do you want these? And I said, sure. And I went out in the parking lot, sat next to my car on the curb after he closed up. And I sat there staring at those muffins. And all of a sudden I realized, well, this is what you have to eat tonight, Greg. You have to trust that it will be enough, that it will be okay, and that you will get the nutrition that you need from it. Which was a very, very new thought for me, because in previous years and scenarios, I wouldn't have trusted the sugar on that. And I surrendered, and I accepted, and I allowed that to be my meal. And not only that, I chose to enjoy the hell out of it. And those were probably some of the most delicious blueberry muffins that I have ever had in my entire existence. And it was a short while after that that I realized that I'd finally made friends with food. That I'd finally embraced it and accepted it. That there was no need for guilt or shame around it anymore. And I'm sharing that story with you because so much more than that came out of losing everything. And I know it's different than having a health challenge, but it's really not energetically. Thanks, Chantel. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, it's strength. But understand, it's not willpower. It's spiritual connection. In that moment, I was called to listen to my mind or listen to spirit and trust that God was going to take care of me regardless of whether I was eating bagels, salads, or sugared blueberry muffins. That's why I told that story. That story is not about me. That story is about trust and surrender and choice. Loving allowance for all things to be. Allow your body to be the way it is right now, Eva. Let go of the fight. That's the only thing you have to do right now is let go of the fight. Let go of the resistance to what can't be done and can be done. Live in with what is in the moment. You are beautiful. You are whole. You are alive. You are always constantly connected to spirit, and it is there, ready and willing to help you at any time. You just need to ask, as you are asking today. Ava says, I get so much love and helping thoughts tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing that story, Greg. You're welcome, Joanne. I don't think I've ever told you guys that story. I've mentioned about losing everything. But that particular story that was a pivotal moment for me. Eva, you are in a pivotal moment. Has what you've been doing and the way you've been thinking and believing been working for you? It sounds like it's not. So it's time to surrender and open yourself up, not to new ways of doing things. It's not about the doing. It's not about what you think. It's not about any ideas anybody here shares with you. Those are beautiful and loving and great encouragement. It's not about any of that. It doesn't matter what you do. It matters how you feel and what you believe. And you've been believing and thinking hasn't been working. So open yourself up to a new way of thinking, a new way of believing, and a new way of being will unfold. And what I think you will find, my friend, is that you will make a deeper connection with who you really are. And you will realize that regardless of what's going on in the body, your spirit and your very soul is indestructible and eternal. And always, 100%, forever connected to and a part of the very life that flows through your body. I think you'll have your mind blown. Not that particular one. Yeah, I didn't think so, Joanne. Joanne says, take me off the list. I have been blessed by this and feel my question has been given to you. Fantastic. Does anyone else want to get on the list now that Greg has gone on massive story time? Ava, how are you feeling, dear? Eva. Aisha, yes. Eva, just a quick check-in. I just want to see how you are. All right, Julie. I've added you to the list. And Philippa. Greg, I am very close to those, what you told me. Yeah. I feel the truth in that statement, Eva. Remember, my friend, disappointment and discouragement are akin to being at your favorite sports match, football, basketball, whatever, and you leave at halftime when your team is only down one score, and the whole other half of the game is still left to play. So just stay in the stands, stay in the stadium. Yeah. Yes, I know you needed this. That's why the guides and I spent a little extra time. I could feel the ickiness that you are feeling within the question, to put it softly. All right, anyone else want to get on the list before I spin? Thank you, Eva, for your beautiful seeking and your help to all of us today. You're helping me remember how important it is to stay in the moment, to monitor my thoughts, to remember that I have choice, to remember that God always has my back. The guides are always there. Angie's new. Welcome, Angie. Everybody say hi to Angie. Welcome, Angie. I use a spin the wheel app, and that means that no matter what time anyone shows up to my readings lives, they have a chance to get on the wheel and thus a chance to have a reading. It's just really lovely. We let the universe decide who gets called on. And apparently the universe knew that Eva's question was super important. So if you are interested in getting guidance and having a reading, Angie, yes, you will go on the list. All right, getting on the wheel. All right, I'm going to shuffle again, and then we are going to spin. Oh, okay. How do you say that? Maike? That is a really cool name. How do you say that? Maike? Did I say it right? That's cool. I haven't seen that before. All right, shuffling away and spinning. We have time for one more. Before I take this next person, oh, thank you, Francis. It is a beautiful space and a beautiful tree in the background. Before I take the next person, I'm going to quickly do announcements. If you want to follow all things Greg, you can go to my teacher link. There's lots going on. Every first Wednesday of the month at 2 p.m. Mountain, we have a beautiful Zoom gathering called the Celebrate Love Party. Our first one this month last week was amazing. It was so profound and so meaningful, and so I just felt so close to everybody afterwards. It really, as our friend Thomas said, it felt like aligned community. And for me, it was just a beautiful, loving space and a much, much deeper experience. I mean, we go deep here. Imagine how much deeper it could be on a Zoom. So that's coming up September 4th. It's the very first link in my link tree. Also, this is the last Wednesday live I'll be doing for a while. I am converting this to a non-Insight Timer event on Zoom that is also available. One of the top links there. It's going to be called Heart Wisdom Wednesdays. It's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be on Zoom, because in my heart of hearts, that is where the transformation can really, really happen the most. It's like, it's so nice to be able to hear you guys when you are actually, you get to share about, and tell me what's going on, and you can riff off of what I'm saying as I'm doing the reading. I can see and listen and feel your energy even better. And it's just, you can ask anybody here who's attended those Zoom sessions with me. They're just really profound and really fun. They're fun for me. So yeah, so the Wednesdays, so my schedule for IT is going to be Saturdays, the readings extravaganza, and Sundays, the weekly channeled message. So that'll be it on Insight Timer for the foreseeable future. Also, as I continue to prepare to move to Sedona and get a job down there, my entire schedule might change drastically anyways. So I appreciate you guys bearing with that. I'm pretty flexible on that. Hope you guys can be too, but I promise I will try to maintain, once I get a job, I'll try to maintain at least one live on Insight Timer, and I will continue to facilitate the offline stuff. Last announcement, sort of a two-piece announcement. If you sign up for my newsletter, I'm sorry, but I shut it down. It's too much management for me and not enough features. It has nothing, there's no community stuff, and I honestly don't want to receive, people hardly read newsletters anyways. If you did sign up for that, it's completely shut down. I would invite you to join Patreon as under the free membership. Okay? That is where I will be as the best place to stay informed and connected with other people. It has community features. And as I was saying earlier in the beginning of the stream, someday I will move off of Patreon and go to some other place that has even more features for community. But I am all focused on building the community. So those are the announcements. I want to thank everybody for being here today. And the next contestant or winner from the wheel is Julie. Are you still here, dear? What time is it now? Oh, yes, 3:24 Mountain Time. Thanks, Aisha. Yeah, actually, if anyone was here on Sunday when that job, actually one of the jobs called me, it was one of my top jobs from the resort. I've called them back twice and haven't heard. So as Angus said the other day, divine timing, but I'm still excited about all that. Oh, you don't have to convert, Chantel. When you go to my link, if you go to any of the events that I'm hosting, my calendar program actually translates to your local time. But yeah, I do everything at 2 p.m. Mountain right now. So if you're in Europe, if you're in the UK area, that's 7-hour difference. If you're in Germany or Italy or somewhere around there, it's an 8-hour difference. I think it's, Inga, 8 hours difference in Belgium, or are you 7 hours difference? Yeah, 8 and 7. Okay, cool. Julie, yes, you are the next one. We are ready for your question, my friend. Julie says, I quit my corporate job and now I'm immobilized and can't seem to gain energy to apply for jobs. Fear of failure plus fear of success. Yes. Ava, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you sharing your abundance with me. Yes. Okay. Oh, good, Chantel. I'm glad. 23:25 now in Belgium. That is 8 hours. Okay, got it. Okay, Julie. My dear, my dear, my dear. I quit my corporate job and now I am immobilized and can't seem to gain energy to apply for jobs. Fear of failure plus fear of success. Yes. All righty, let's see. Council of 7. Please open me to a message. Julie, they're saying that your mind is stuck, but your life force is not, that your journey is not stuck. Stuck is a matter of perspective, just like everything else in life. So they are inviting you to ask yourself every day, how am I perceiving this? What perspective am I taking? What is the filter through which I'm viewing this? Whatever kind of question like that works best for you. And they're encouraging you to let go of any familial or societal pressure that you might feel. They're saying that this moment, this segment, portion of your life journey is about you caring about you more than anything else in the world. So the real question, Julie, the real depth of this, the purpose of this segment of time is for you to grow in your love of self. To see that you matter and have worth separate from what you do. Not just separate from what you do, but unique and distinct. Did you guys know that we all have our voices have a unique frequency that's just our own? It's called our soul note. A unique frequency just to us, each of us as an individual has a unique frequency to our voice. And just drop in and feel that and sense that for a moment. If you ever doubted your uniqueness, therein lies the proof that you are unique, because your voice has its own individual, distinct, unique frequency. That just blows my mind. That's super, super cool. That also means that as we're listening to different people, have you ever had this experience? You were listening to someone and you're like, oh, this doesn't sound right. Or their voice, It's kind of like I was dating this one woman once, and when I kissed her, she just tasted wrong. I know that sounds weird, but the chemistry of her skin and mine just were not meshing, right? And that sort of like shocked me because I'd never had that experience. But I have had the experience where I've listened to somebody speaking and I just can't hear them. I can't hear their words because their voice, there's just something about their voice that I just can't, like my ears just can't take them in. It's not like they hurt. They just can't take them in, right? And now I know that's because their frequency doesn't match mine. Their voice's frequency doesn't match what I'm receiving. So Julie, this is a super potent time for you, but this isn't a time for self-criticism or self-judgment. Don't should on yourself is the common, somewhat humorous way of saying it. And they're just really, really, the guides are just loving this moment for you. You quit to take care of yourself. You quit because you matter. You quit because you recognize that how you feel and what you want in your life is more important to you than that job was. You quit for you. Now, you might have told stories about how bad that place was. You might have told stories that were not aligned with a choice of you, but the reason you really quit was for you. And so allow this time to be for you. They're saying that if you embrace this as a good experience for you, as a beneficial time, and if you continue to sift and sort through what feels right for you in terms of what you will look for next, then the time will come when looking for work you'll be ready. But maybe right now, it's not about looking for work again. And that could just be for today. Maybe tomorrow it feels differently. Maybe you make a shift quicker than most people and you are ready to do it sooner. But right now, it's just really saying to yourself, I'm so glad I'm taking good care of myself. I'm so glad I quit to take care of myself. I'm so glad I am putting myself first. And also, check out Violet 108's Scripting Day 4. As well as I have a track called The Power and Premise of Scripting as a Tool for Manifestation. I think that you would, Eva, this is for you too, just realized. I think you would benefit greatly from learning how to pre-pave your thoughts, either through scripting, which is a journaling technique, or pre-paving just through your mind. You did those. Okay, fantastic. Oh, you did all 4 days. Great. So now you're a pro and you can tell us all about it. Yeah, I love this too, Aisha. Shift in perspective and reframing. All right, Julie, I have to keep it at that. How is that resonating for you? Oh, Eva, thank you so much. Good. Good. I'm glad. My friends, our time is up. It's been an hour and a half. It's always a joy to be here with you. I hope to see you again on Saturday at Readings Extravaganza or at somebody else's live. Thank you for all of you being here, for your beautiful hearts and souls and your presence here at the live underneath the magical enchantment tree. Oh, I'm glad, Patty. I'm glad it was great. Aisha says, I'm taking the time to take care of me first. Absolutely, Aisha. Cool. All right, my friends. Thank you to everybody who donated. I always appreciate you supporting my work in the world. And that's it. I already did announcements. I won't bore you with more of them. Do take care of your hearts. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the near future. And I've got to find the outro. All right. Take good care. See you guys later. Bye bye.